Dating now's day isn't about love. Modern women set the price and let men pay for the privilege of presence. Is this feminism or just broke girls demand billionaire boyfriends and call it raising the bar? Let's dive in. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this. This bimbo wants a man to spend at least $100,000 on the first date. She wants it in a meal that's more than most men make in a year.
How much does a man gotta spend on you to actually count for a first date?
First date? At least 100.
1,000?
100!
100,000? Do you have 100,000 in your bank account right now? Absolutely no.
These gold diggers want a man who makes more so he can pay for everything. They want a provider, not a partner.
How much does a guy have to make annually to be with you?
More than me.
More than you?
More than me.
Like, you gotta be able to take care of me, you know?
So, like, what's a good estimate for that? Like,
Pay the bills.
pay the bills?
All of them.
He has to pay all of them?
All of them. I got a kid, all of them.
Period. Okay.
This stupid bimbo demands financial standards that she can't even tell which number is bigger. $500,000 sounds fancy, so it must be more. Fails basic math. This isn't gold digging, it's digging without a brain.
I want to date a guy that's going to pay the bills.
Let me just ask you one question.
Okay.
Would you rather have $500,000 or 700,000?
Well, I obviously would have $500,000.
$500,000?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a lot of money. It's more than 700,000.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. $500,000? 700,000 is not a million.
Neither is $500,000.
Yeah, but it's $500,000.
This chick believes a real man pays on the first date. Not because he wants to, but because she thinks masculinity is proven by swiping his card for a girl.
So the number 7 red flag is that he doesn't pay on the first date. Now, if this was me, I wouldn't go out with him again. This shows that he's not in his masculine energy and he doesn't have that protector provider mentality. It's a very clear indicator of that. And that he's not willing to make even a small investment to see if you guys could potentially have a beautiful future together.
According to this bimbo, women fight for things through life, not to show up and pay for first date.
I do think like men should pay on the first date. I think the woman has done enough, you know? She got ready, she like fought through life, she's sitting in front of you, just like pay for the first date.
This gold digger checks your bank account before your name. If bro's rich, it's love at first swipe. If not, she'll laugh it off like it was a joke.
What's the max you've seen in a bank account on the first date?
30 million, maybe.
That's a pretty solid checking account.
Okay.
She said the last 3 guys that she's dated, she asked all of them on the first date how much they have in their bank account.
I will bring it up on a first date.
You'll say what exactly? I have to know.
Can I see your bank account? How much money do you make? How much money do you have in the bank? And do you guys see how funny that is? You're hysterically laughing. If he's not into it, I play it off like a joke and I just seem like a crazy fun.
Let's check this brat math. She said $1 million is basically nothing. Girl, what planet are you living on?
Like $1 million is basically nothing right now.
What are you talking? $1 million?
That's a lot.
An astronomical amount.
I mean,
of money
think
for
about how
anybody.
I'm thinking about taxes. So basically, if you buy a house, it's like the minimum in Jersey for a house right now is $500,000. If you have a mortgage, basically like $36,000 to $50,000 a month.
Yeah, and that's financed over a 30-year fixed rate. So your mortgage per month is around $4,900.
Yeah, and then also like grocery prices are very high now too.
For a frame of reference, this is $10,000 times 5. That's what you're actually requesting.
Damn, bro, why you gotta do that?
$10,000, $1,000 bills times 5 per year. Like, that is an astronomical number.
This 4 times divorce take man to the court, and a good divorce lawyer take half of his retirement, the property, and fight them for higher child support. Hit up child support every 3 years, bring it up from $100 to $2,000 per child.
Times divorce, 4 times. Let's see, let's go. You tell me, what do you want to know?
What is the most toxic thing that you've ever done?
Okay, let's do this. All right, take them to court and then get a good divorce lawyer, of course. Take them for half of the retirement, take them half of their property, and then fight them for higher child support, okay? And a couple of years from now, hit you up for more child support every 3 years. Every 3 years, you go up from maybe 200 to 300 to 400 to 500, you bring it up to $2,000 per child. Per child. But I got one child right here. Kaylin right here.
happens.
This delusional bimbo thinks she's too good for Cheesecake Factory, like her value sits somewhere between champagne brunches and rooftop lounges. But the truth is she doesn't even match the place she's rejecting.
You see all of this,
I see you.
correct?
I do.
I am not the type of female to be up in somebody's Cheesecake Factory.
Okay,
I know that's what you're used to. Brokey on a budget.
Time out.
Brokey on a budget. All the brokies stand up.
So you want to go to Ruth Chris, right?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like Ruth Chris is reserved for women that hold themselves to a bit of a standard that is not quite your level. Because when you walked in here, I promise you right now, something was a little off. I didn't want to say nothing, but since we want to talk about brokey, Stinky, stop playing with me.
Why would you say that on camera? Are you serious?
This 304 swiped through 10,000 men by 26 like a market test, and somehow calls the only man who stayed the lowest earner. 10,000 men didn't make her wiser, just more entitled.
Did you say that you only date millionaires and billionaires?
Yeah. I've been on dating apps, I've had people send me up, whatever. They're pretty much all like Harvard Law School, you know, Ivy League, you know, tech leads, including like my fiance. And actually he is the lowest earning and lowest net worth guy that I have dated. Money is not the thing I am going for. And I would also like to say that I've actually talked to, like, even if not met, but seriously talked to and considered a total of, I approximated 10,000 guys, 10,000 men before finding one person, 10,000.
No, how old are you?
Oh, 26. I've talked to. Yes. Play whatever you want, you know? I mean, you don't know me as a person.
A 3-kid single mom with an OnlyFans link wants a man to make $500,000 a year to date her. No compromise, no adjustment, just demanding 6 figures and 6 feet while bringing nothing but a link in bio and unpaid bills to the table.
Okay, how much money does a guy need to earn to date you?
500K.
Whoa.
What? By saying whoa.
You realize that's like
but it's 1%.
That's 1%.
It's possible.
What's possible isn't necessarily probable. And you have how many kids?
3.
You are a sex worker, you're an escort. Shouldn't you adjust your standards to be a little more realistic?
No.
You'd rather be alone than lower your standards from $500K a year.
I mean, I got other standards too, but it's like that money-wise, yes.
What are your other standards?
I mean, I don't want a short dude.
How tall are you?
5'2", 5'3".
What's the minimum height for a guy?
6 foot or taller, but that's like the basics.
So 500K, 6 feet and over. What are your other standards?
I want him to be okay with me having a past.
And do you think, you gotta ask yourself, okay, here's all that I want, but what does the guy that I want, what does he want?
This bimbo confused her family's tax bracket with her own dating market value because her dad and brother make 6 figures. That's like standing next to a Ferrari and thinking you are one.
I dated a broke guy. Anything better than that. My dad makes more than 6 figures, and my brother makes more than 6 figures. So
you can't date that.
This is what I'm saying. I want somebody who is more than 6 figures, maybe more than 5 mil, 10 mil. Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
What? Wait, 5 mil a year?
Yeah, 5 mil a year is a basic minimum.
Hold on, wait. 5 mil a year is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So 4 mil.
No. You don't cut it, bro. You donate some of that money.
No, I mean, no. I think the bare minimum would be like $1 million.
$5 million a year is your bare minimum.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's not.
This chick brings nothing, then declares she's the table. If 50-50, she'd rather be single. Because the only thing she adds to the relationship is herself. And that's all she has.
I'm not into doing 50-50 with anybody. If that's the case, I can be by myself. So I'm not doing 50-50. If you can't do that, then keep it moving. And I have a daughter, so we come together. So if you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kids, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Okay, you know, a lot of men are gonna tell you, what do you bring? Since you're bringing your daughter, what are you gonna add to the relationship?
I'm adding myself. So that's all I have for you. I don't bring anything I don't have anything to bring to a table, okay? I am the table, and most of these men don't even have a table. All they have is bar stools. So let's be for real.
This is the difference between women back then and women now. Women used to dream about love songs and letters. Now all they dream about is money. Just make sure he's tall or rich or both. A short guy is fine as long as he can fund the nails, the lashes, and the lifestyle.
What do you look for in a man physically?
Well, I like a man to be bigger than me and to have a strong character. Somebody who has a stronger character than I have.
What about skinny fellas?
Skinny fellas are okay, depending on their character.
Well, I'm very attracted to men who are able to sing and play music, interested in music and singing. I like him to be taller than me, not too heavy.
What about muscles?
No, muscles feel inclined to put me off too much, you know? Certain amount, okay. Well, a tall, very, very broad man, that appeals to me very much. I like them thin and sort of well-built, not too small. I find that I think certain people are attractive and they're usually fairly slim and athletic type people.
What is your type? Like, what do you like physically?
Rich.
I said physically, not monetarily.
6'1", light skin.
So let's say they're under 6 foot and they're rich. Does that help?
Yeah.
That helps?
Duh.
So how much does a guy need to make?
It don't matter what he makes, it matters how he spend it.
How should he spend it?
On me.
So would you say you're an expensive person?
Duh.
Do you expect your man to pay all the bills?
Duh.
Your car payment, your hair, your nails, everything.
What is he doing if he's not paying for what I need to do?
Your boyfriend's not your
He's tall and blonde. We are a great couple, I agree, but he's tall and blonde and that's not my type.
Smash or pass me.
On you?
Yeah.
This bimbo dropped out of school, but now she's arranging the finances of men she hasn't even met. She demands $15 million a month, a G-Wagon, and a Rolls Royce just to give you her number. No car, no degree, no plan, but she's budgeted $200 million for her dream wedding. This isn't a dating standard, it's a luxury scam.
I date a guy that earns $1 million every month.
No, 1 million is small for both of us. How much am I going to buy my hair? How much am I going to take care of myself? I'm dating my boyfriend so that he can take care of me.
How much do you spend every month?
For myself, I spend like 2 million.
Are you a graduate?
No, I just drop out because I had to arrange myself first. Let me just put it, there was no money, so I had to look for money there and go back.
Which university did you drop out from?
Uniben.
Can you date a guy that doesn't have a car?
No.
What's your reason?
My reason because I don't want to be trekking around.
Okay, you want to be passenger princess?
Yeah, I want to be front princess.
How much is a guy supposed to be earning monthly to be able to date you?
I think like 15 million.
Yeah? 15
million. It depends on the job that the guy is doing.
What's your reason?
Because I want him to take care of me with his money.
1 million no good enough.
It's not possible. You know, house rent in Lekki is very expensive. So you can sort out my house rent for me, my bill.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the responsibility of a guy to take care of you?
Yeah. I'm dating my boyfriend so that he can take care of me.
You are in a relationship so that the guy will take care of you?
Yeah.
If he doesn't take care of you?
I'll leave him.
And what car is the guy supposed to be driving before you go give him your number?
Let me say like G-Wagon, GLE, Rolls Royce.
If guys know they drive those kind of cars?
I'm not sure.
But do you have a car?
Not yet.
Yes. How much should your wedding cost?
Okay, my wedding costs 200 million.
200 million?
Yes.
Why not?
Because I want big wedding.
When guys message you on Instagram, what do you look at before you reply his message?
I'll check his page very well, whether he's rich.
How will you know if he's rich?
I will see his page now, like all these vacation guys, update his IG, dope pictures, outings, something like that.
How much is the guy supposed to be paying you monthly?
Monthly, I think like 3.
This bimbo cries because he doesn't trust her. But how does she expect a billionaire to trust someone who showed up after the empire was built and then wants to leave with half?
But my question is, why do we really need one?
I've had a pretty large company even before I met you. So if we get married and then you decide to divorce me next year, then you leave with half of it, that's not fair.
But why are you already thinking about that?
Babe, it's something that I have to think about. I don't know why Danny's so surprised. The prenup's obviously something that we need to have in place. I built a business long before she even came into the picture, and I have to protect that. Like, you want to get married? I'm like trying to work with you.
I don't want to be pushy. I'm just not sure if you're doing this because you don't trust me or like you're not sure about our future.
Well, I think you're overthinking it.
I don't know how to explain this to you. I feel like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's not my intentions to leave you. I hope that's not your intentions.
It's not. Like, I didn't even think about that. You're the one thinking about that.
It's just the reality of what makes sense, like.
Yeah, but it's like, this is not how I pictured, like, it was gonna start.
There's no reason to cry.
I need, like, 1 second.
Babe.
This chick out here teaches how to date a wealthy man, what to wear, where to find him, what to say. Like dating is a heist, and love is just location-based income.
If you want to date a wealthy man with a lot of money, but you don't know where to find them, I'm going to tell you where to go. The first place you're going to go, and the first thing you're going to do, is put on a really cute hot girl walk outfit, and you're going to find a very wealthy neighborhood in your city. You're going to go for a hot girl walk. Next place, whatever city you live in, go to the downtown area, find a really nice high-rise condo or apartment. Make sure one of these condos or apartments has a restaurant or a bar on the bottom floor. Go in, sit at the bar, wait and see how many men come up to you. There are so many men that go to the bar by themselves, especially if it's a bar where they already reside, looking to buy a pretty girl a drink. The next place you are going to look is exclusive events or conferences. I cannot tell you how many times I've just been at a nice hotel in Miami for an event myself, or even just to get drinks with a girlfriend, and all of a sudden there's a huge conference going on with a lot of men. Go to these conferences. Go to the hotels where these conferences are at, because you know what these men do after the conferences? They go get a drink at the bar. Next place you are gonna go if you're trying to find a wealthy man is a high-end bar or a really nice speakeasy. Here down in South Florida, there are speakeasies everywhere. A lot of them are very exclusive. You either have to know someone to get in or you have to have a code to get in. These men just hang out there drinking their whiskey out of the glass, waiting to talk to a pretty girl. Next place you are going to look is a high-end gym. That's where all the daddies go. So if you have an Equinox, next place is gonna be a golf course. I feel like this is just a universally known fact, but all of the wealthy men are into golf. So whether you know nothing about golf and you go and make a fool of yourself with your girlfriends and pretend to know how to golf just to run into men and be like, oh my God, can you teach me? Which brings me to my next point, country clubs. If there's a way you can finesse yourself into getting into a country club, do it. Go to the pool, go to the restaurant, walk the neighborhoods. This is definitely where you're gonna meet a wealthy man. The last one on this list for now is a luxury hotel or resort. If you can get yourself into a resort's pool, you are set. The only downside that I will say to trying to find a wealthy man at a luxury resort or hotel is they're probably just visiting. But depending on what you're looking for, that might be ideal.
Two women flexing men's money, comparing digits like it proves value. They laugh at each other, but all they did was compare the labor of men they're dating, not what they earn. That's just a competition between freeloaders.
How much do you make? That's none of your business.
Don't ask me.
I asked you how much does your husband make?
How much does your husband make?
Oh, my boyfriend makes enough. Just
how much?
My boyfriend makes definitely well over 6 figures, so.
But how much?
That's none of your business.
Then don't ask me.
Okay, but you're over here talking about how you are not judging anything, but if a man did not make 6 figures, you probably wouldn't be with him.
Yeah, that's correct.
No, that is. Thank you. But I never said that. That's my point. Thank you. And do you have a preference too?
I never said I didn't have.
So why are you like?
I'm not gonna be mean towards someone about my preference though.
Do you not realize that being a star is not the normality today?
But do you realize that I judge you for the way that you speak to me?
Okay, but I can judge you for the way you're speaking to me too.
Okay.
So what's your point?
My point is that I think fundamentally, you guys...
Fundamentally means?
Yes. And that was mean. That shows your character more than it shows mine.
You're
fundamentally... Let me speak. Don't cut me off.
Nobody cut you off.
You did. Fundamentally, and you made fun of me.
An overweight single mom living with her parents wants a man making $5 million a year to marry her. She can't wish list her way into a high-value man when she brings nothing but audacity.
overweight single mom who lives with her parents wants man who makes $5 million a year to marry her under a prenuptial agreement that he doesn't have access to the wealth in a trust that she doesn't know the rules of or how much is in it. Does that summarize it?
Yeah, but you know, I get it. I'm overweight.
That's not the key and point. What I'm looking at is the idea versus the reality of the thing.
I think what he's just trying to say, it's a bit not realistic. I mean, $5 million a year.
And I keep saying that these are my standards right now. It can change when I meet the right man. God doesn't know what he's going to put for me.
Why would God send a man with $5 million to suffer?
What?
I'm sorry, wait, how would he suffer? How would he suffer?
If we are to assume for a moment that you think, okay, I'm a prize or I'm the prize or whatever, I wonder if women ever internalize this in their prayer of the thing one, the thing I want. I want thing, I pray for thing. That you might, right? And if you did, why would God send a man to suffer for you?
This bimbo has thousands of followers and is still crying about being broke because no one's giving her money. Girl, fame isn't currency, especially when your talent's silent. At least of girls run a business, while you just expect donations for existing.
How long do I have to keep doing this to make money off of this, bro? I have 100,000 followers on Instagram. I have 50,000 followers on TikTok. Nobody want to give me money. I don't want to start an only. My music career is trash. I have 40 monthly listeners.
Well, that's a wrap on today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for more life-changing lessons like this. See you in the next videos.